Hi guys, how's it all going? It's me, Mr. Shelton, and this is a bit of a serious video. Um, it's about how we're all coping, and a collection of my friends have made videos for this special documentary for YouTube, and how they're dealing with their mental health during lockdown, and how they're coping in general. So just enjoy, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe out there, and I hope we can get through this together, positively, and for the right reasons. Cheers, guys.
I think personally I'm seeing a lot of kind of separation in people through all this distancing and kind of all the various kind of control measures going on, and I think there's got to be some more unity and some more positivity, and I think people are quick to jump down anyone's throat who kind of questions things and questions what's going on in different areas, and kind of I think we need to understand that this is, a big thing that's going on in all our lives, and however people try and understand it, and whether they don't trust the same news sources you do, or I think we need to just keep together and respect other people's opinions, listen to each other, because no one knows it all, and without discussion, I think we're not human, we need to be able to do that, and the shutdown of freedom of speech with anyone who questions things needs to be really opened up more, and kind of we need to question why is there so much censorship, especially in a time which is affecting everyone. Surely we should all be able to talk about things and communicate, be there for each other, hear different sides of things, because that's what makes us human, like I say, and I feel like there's a lot of things that aren't getting a look in, like mental health. There's so many people who are struggling right now with mental health, and the lockdown has really affected a lot of people, and they're not really getting a look in. It's all COVID based, but all the kind of news reports and all this stuff, but there isn't really much reporting on, these people are really struggling with the isolation and being alone and feeling alone, and we need to be there for each other. We need to have more, thought to these people who are going through things, and I think we need to try and get, life back on track, and just do what we can to kind of be there for everyone, and understand that there are other things going on, it isn't just COVID. There's mental health things going on, people are really struggling, there's various things people are going through, and there's so many people who rely on that kind of support system, like the elderly, who have been staying in a lot and things. They need people, not all of them want to just live this lonely existence.
Hi, Andy Van Scoy here. I am participating in John Shelton's video about the pandemic and everything being closed down. I'm in the US, and our sanctions here aren't as strict as they should be. Masks are required in most places, but it's not being enforced because people complain about their rights being infringed on without thinking that it's for the greater good of the people. Not only keeps everyone else around them safe, it keeps them safe too, because you can't tell by looking at someone whether or not they've got COVID. I myself have a laundry list of psychiatric illnesses, one of which inhibits to an extreme degree my ability to deal with flesh and blood humans. I'm wonderful online. I can deal with people who aren't real, as the old saying goes. I don't do well with flesh and blood people. So This pandemic has been one of the best things to ever happen to me, because my husband is a heart patient and a cancer survivor. So unless we have no other choice, we can't leave the house, which is wonderful for me. I don't like to leave my house. I don't like to be out amongst people. So for me, the pandemic has been great. I know a lot of other people need social interaction. I don't. So for me, it's great. Thanks, John, for asking me to participate.
So, my thoughts on the situations around the world right now, and it's been a double-edged sword for me, really, my personal experience. On the one hand, since I'm an introvert, it's a good thing. I get to, not really change any of my routines, it's just, for me, it's just work and go home. I know how to cook. I go to the grocery store, put the mask on, go to the laundromat, that sort of thing, and I'm fine. Creatively, it kind of sucked for a minute, but even that's come back now. I worked in, well, I shouldn't say worked, I still work in sports talk radio as well, I'm a producer. And that nearly ended my career. My radio career of 17 years nearly came to an end. Simply because there wasn't anything going on. What are you going to do? If there's no sports, what is there to talk about? You can talk about the same thing over and over and over again. You can get political, but what does that do? And especially in the climate we were in the summer. And I know a lot of people, I know everybody has an opinion on that. Whether it was right, whether it was wrong, how it was handled, whatever. That doesn't make a bit of difference to me, to be honest with you. Right down the hall from me is a political talk station. And I was a little lucky that I got the I was a little lucky I got it in June. Because that was right at the heart of the protesting and the heart of just about everything. But I'll tell you one thing, though. I will never again do I want that experience. Mine was mild. I never went to the hospital. I never had breathing problems. All mine was gastrointestinal issues. But they were the worst I've ever had. I'm dead serious when I say that. This is the worst I've ever had. And then after I got rid of it, my mood swings were well off the chart. Still kind of are, but I'm in therapy now. And I have bipolar disorder. And getting therapy for it is great. And especially this time because I don't have to leave the house. I can just sit here and I can be on a webcam talking to my doctor instead of having to drive across town, get in traffic, deal with idiots all day long in traffic. I don't like that. It's never felt comfortable. And now that this option is here, I'm so happy for it. But with those two things going on, it was very difficult for a while. Believe me, I was extremely happy to have sports back, even just as a distraction from what's going on. What do I think is going to happen? I have no idea. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I really, really don't have an idea of what the future holds at this point. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to go through lockdowns again. or anything of that nature, but I just got a bad feeling. We've yet to see the worst.
And this is the kick bag. Quite old school, isn't it? So, hold that, Dad.
May have to hide it for you today.
Hold that for me, please. Hold the camera for me, please. Keep it held. Don't click anything. Very sturdy, isn't it? Do you want to go? And I do think we should be listening to each other a bit more. This is just my side of it now. We should be listening to each other a bit more, be more accepting, and we should really respect each other's mental health a lot more and realise what makes each other tick. You know, it is an invisible illness, mental health, and I know I've suffered, you know, and, you know, sometimes had the finger pointed as well because of, like, not being well and stuff like that. Even though I could take so much responsibility, it's never really anybody's fault if they got mental illness. It's just how we deal with it. And I think at the end of the day, the most important thing we should be doing is respecting each other, respecting each other's opinions, thoughts, whoever we are, and trying to meet somewhere in the middle if we can. And I'm just trying to be neutral as possible. This is what we're all about on this YouTube channel and stuff like that. I know we've got people with different opinions and stuff like that at the end of the day, but we just need to really do respect one another. I respect everybody's opinion, what they think, what they've been through and stuff like that. I know we've all got our own things going off in life, but it's just about respecting that and trying to respect that. And seeing how far we get with that. And we need to get further than what we have. We need to do better in life. And I've said this in videos before, but this is what we need to keep doing. We need to keep on respecting each other, being free, understanding, respecting, and being one with the world, even though we're very confused in this world at the minute. And basically, guys, just peace out for a bit. See you soon.
Hi everyone, my name is Ross Heath, and first of all I want to thank John, my good friend, for asking me to be involved in this video to raise awareness on mental health, mind health that's happening in the current pandemic that we're experiencing. I really kind of want to try and keep it as positive as I can. Many people around the world are suffering, fighting battles that, you know, they shouldn't have to face. You know, many are facing battles alone. Many are facing battles with other people. There can be a lot of hatred towards people in the world online, and people with very big egos and big opinions. And just by saying a word, you can destroy somebody's mental health, and you can actually, you know, cause them a lot of pain, which I think is very unfair. So you've always got to remember that always put your hand out to somebody and help them, reach out to somebody. Because one thing with mental health, some people don't want to speak out. They don't want to talk to anybody. You know, they're in the bubble, and they want to stay in the bubble, and they don't want to come out of it. So I think it's important that we try and raise a lot of positivity. And, you know, I don't hide away from the fact that I suffer with severe panic disorder after losing my mum and my dad. And I find that speaking about it, I don't know, helps me move forward in a sense, because I'm not the only one to experience it. I'm not going to be the last. And through the help of other people, I was able to kind of come back up. I went right to the bottom of the pile and slowly built back up. And that was before lockdown. So I think other people can really help you and give you a strong support. You've got a strong support system. It is really going to help. And I want to just try and give some tips and pointers really with my part of this video. In lockdown, I quit smoking, which was one of the biggest things that I never thought I would be able to accomplish. I've worked throughout it. I've kept creative, even at the times when I've not wanted to be creative. I have put my mind into reading books. I never read books before this. I've always maintained the support to my friends, but on some occasions I've gone into my bubble, and I've remembered my own views and my own sayings really that I'm basically mentioning in this video, that you've just got to hold on to that biggest feeling that I get, and that is faith. Hold on to faith. And Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, he said a very, very true quote, and I think it's very inspirational. At the other side of your pain, there's something great, and there always is going to be. When you go through pain, on the other side, remember there's going to be something great, something positive, okay? And there's people out there that can help you, people that can support you. People who put you down, people who are negative, people who don't support you, people who try and hurt you, that they have no place in your life. They are bad for mental health, they are bad for you in general, and they have to be taken away, alright? Positivity, faith, okay? Use them when you're feeling low. Reach out to people that can understand, who you feel that you can comfortably talk to. Or just keep creative. Do something that you've never done before. And like read a book, or write a poem, watch a film, go out to the shop and buy something that you probably wouldn't buy normally, or go for a walk, enjoy nature if you like. Whatever you like, even if you dislike it, you might like doing it because it's something you haven't done when you've been in this position before. So, and it can be really good for your mental health. And I've seen a lot of people do a lot of stuff that they would normally never do because of the current situation, because of the pandemic, and they've gone out there and they're doing some amazing things. And I think it's really important to keep a strong mind. So remember to hold on to them qualities of faith and support, and always remember that there's people out there to help you. So don't be afraid to reach out, and keep positive, keep strong. I've found that fitness is my friend, and having a strong mind frame has helped me through as well, and family and friends. And even when I felt alone, I've kind of forced myself to talk to people and open up, and it's made me stronger, and it will with you too. So, and I'm always there for everybody, and I'm really honoured and appreciate John asking me to be in this video. I have massive respect for him and every other person in this video who's talking out about mental health. God bless you all. Stay strong, stay safe, and remember, have faith. Thank you.
Hi, this is Bane, EMZT Radio, helping to discuss about the pandemic and mental health. So I personally, of course, everybody has their issues. I've been fighting lifelong clinical depression. So I'm currently on medication. I take it at night before bedtime to help me sleep. So because after the death of my mother in 2019, it just was a bit too much for me. So the pandemic sucks. It's separating us more as a community and as a society. We are now limited in contact, at least those of us who are trying to follow the rules and be safe, wear a mask, not have physical contact, while there's others that are just oblivious and not caring to stay safe, and this just making things worse for a lot of us. Like I'm in Arizona in the USA near the West Coast. So when California was completely locked down, they brought everything over here. So Arizona is tied with Florida at the most COVID-infected states. So because California didn't want to be locked down. And that's the main issue that should have been done in the first place. All travel should have been stopped, not just the planes. All travel. Nobody should have left their towns or their states. And that's why it traveled so far and so fast. Is because there are a huge majority of people who don't believe that the pandemic's real. Well, we survived it. My family had it. I didn't have it. I took care of my family when they all had it. So it's real. It's not bullshit. But there's the new wave of COVID that people have no symptoms whatsoever. So you never know. But I personally get cabin fever, so I can't be cooped up for long. I don't necessarily need to hang with people. I just need to get to leave the house. So, and for mental health, what I do is I game. I have a PlayStation. I play with my video games to release the stress. I'm online, checking emails and whatnot. So I still keep in contact with people, even though it's online and sometimes in person. So anyway, the main message is stay safe, mask up, keep your social distance, and always wash your hands.
I'm Pete Nata. I'm an actor and a character model. I'm here to just discuss, I've got two major medical issues in that I'm a type 1 diabetic for 40 years, and in December I suffered from, I class it as a minor heart attack. So I've had a stent put in to unblock a artery, which was going from my heart to my back. I've now having to take daily tablets, and which have some side effects which I've had to cope with, as well as coping with my diabetes and making sure my sugar levels are fine. During the pandemic, I'm making sure I'm isolated from people, and I go out every now and then because I have to go out for walks and get some exercise. I've had to make changes to my diet, and I feel I've generally coped well. And just please keep an eye on your friends, neighbors, etc., because people are having mental health issues because of the pandemic and having to isolate. So just be safe, take precautions, and don't suffer in silence. If you have any mental health issues, reach out, because I'm sure you will have friends who will lend a hearing, and hearing ear. You can just let out your concerns, and just be safe. That's all I can say. I know it's not easy, but please do not suffer in silence with any mental health issues you have. Thank you.